So whosoever I'm channeling in this session, you guys are childlike, innocent, pure, very angelic, very lovable also, and very loving kind of a person. You cannot hide anything from anyone. You are an open book. You are an open book. Anybody can read about you, and you don't have any qualms in talking about things. You always shock people with your truth and with your honesty. You always, some of the times people could be very jealous of this attribute, that this person can speak so easily about whatever they've gone through. A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. And in this particular session, I'm going to be talking about whosoever resonates with this. The message is that you are becoming more and more beautiful, more and more youthful, more and more attractive with time. As time passes by, you are, no matter what age you're in, you could be in your 30s, 40s, 50, 60, 70, does not matter at all. And I'll tell you something very interesting that came up is that our consciousness actually decides how we look, or our conscious development decides how we appear. Also, the people I'm channeling today are the type of people who can cry very easily, who can laugh very easily, they can get emotional very easily, they are very sensitive, they are empathetic by nature, and they are very kind-hearted. And it's the kindness that makes people look beautiful, even at a certain age, you know, where other people usually grow old, or they have babies, or they get married and all that. But a lot of you would not be in that path right now. There are people of your same age group, or there could be people in your family, connections, relatives, or friends that you grew up with. And when you stand next to them, all of them look elder to you. And you always stand out because you're more attractive and you're more youthful, and you're not even doing anything special, anything extra that other people could be doing. They could be trying very hard, they could be maintaining some kind of routine to look that way, but you are just yourself and you look more and more attractive every day. Now, this channeling would also apply to people with male gender, or female and male both will actually resonate with this particular channeling, because this is observed for all those people who are in the spiritual ascension process, those who have a pure heart, a simple mind, people who don't play that many games with anyone. So your face is actually going to reveal to the world, you know, how you are inside, how pure you are. Also, this is not to judge anybody. This channeling is not for judgment on those people who are not experiencing the same thing. But truth is truth. There are some people who don't age at all. Like, they don't age at all. What is the reason behind that? It can not always be good genes or something to do with their DNA. A lot is also connected with how you are as a person within. Now, some of you who question themselves a lot, or who criticize themselves a lot, some of you who are very pure-hearted would actually think that, no, I also made many mistakes, I have also been a sinner, and maybe I am a sinner, I do have some bad habits. Some of you would say that because you really are very pure and genuine. You could have that question in your mind, that really, what is it that I'm doing different that other people are not doing? See, the difference between a pure person is, as compared to the rest of the world, is that whatever they do, they just do it out of innocence. They could be even fooled. Like, if you had so many, say, relationships and you think that's a sin, maybe you did something wrong, but you did not actually. Maybe other people, you were too naive, you were too innocent, and other people were constantly giving you the same story, the same things, the same words, and you always kept believing them. You kept believing that, okay, one day I will find the right person, or one day I will find the right people, and you kept forgiving and you kept moving on from one person to another. So that's not really a sin. That means that you're way too innocent, that you keep getting fooled by others up until the point that you no longer can be fooled, because you are like, no, I can't do this because it's hurting me. You are healing so many people just by talking to them, just by motivating them, cheering them up. Whereas in this planet, in this worldly world, if someone motivates other people also, they only motivate those from which they are going to benefit in some way, and they want that person to be in their good books. So they are nice to those people and they want to, maintain a good image. Whereas you don't care about your image. You're still going to help people out. You're still going to go out of your way, still going to do a lot of amazing things for the whole world. But again, with time, you learn that certain people should not be helped at all, because certain people are crooked and evil, and they just pretend to be sad, and they could be covert narcissistic people. Also, for a long time, most of you did not know much about inner work. So you could say a certain number of your years actually got wasted, and you could have been in your youth at that time. You could be in your 20s or 30s when you were literally just doing things because the whole world was doing those things. You were very much programmed. You were innocent and programmed. And when these two things are combined together, an innocent person, when it gets programmed or gets manipulated by other narcissists around them, all they're going to do is just keep serving other people. And for a long time, it would be literally serving those who are around you. But after you've grown up, or after, you decide for certain things, then you would simply keep on attracting the same type of people over and over and over and over and over again. Everybody just wants to use you. Everybody just wants to take you for a ride. Everybody knows, and I think people can see, some of the people can actually see your physical beauty also. Very few can see your spiritual beauty. Very few can see your inner beauty. However, once you enter inner work, once you start doing what you love, once you start living your real life, minus of programming, minus of control, minus of narcissism, minus of all these things, and if not completely, completely these things have not gone totally from your life, still they are there. Maybe you're still doing inner work. Of course, as I keep saying, inner work is a lifestyle. Ascension is a lifestyle. Say you have worked on it to a certain degree and some of it is still left. Still, at least inside your heart, you are going to keep wanting to work on it. Also, the people I'm channeling today are the type of people who can cry very easily, who can laugh very easily, they can get emotional very easily, they are very sensitive, they are empathetic by nature, and they are very kind-hearted. And it's the kindness that makes people look beautiful, even at a certain age. Where other people usually grow old, or they have babies, or they get married and all that. But a lot of you would not be in that path right now. Babies, no babies, husband, no husband, friends, no friends. Whatever it is, you are just going to shine. Your skin is going to glow. You're going to be confident. You're going to be a very happy version of yourself. And more than happy and sad, you're going to be a more realistic version of yourself. You're just going to be you. You are not going to fake anything at all. And therefore, there would not be that type of a stress. Even if you have stress, it would be stress about inner work. It would be stress about becoming a better person. That type of stress is really good for your growth. I read this very beautiful line actually. Face is the index of the mind, and literally I got stuck to this, and it's lovely that this statement came right before I was about to conduct the channeling. And I want to explain this to you. It is said that this face of yours, it shows everything. You cannot hide stuff, because your face reveals everything. However, the crooked people, the manipulators, or people who are extremely into materialistic world, they have something else going inside of them, but they show the opposite picture on their faces. On their faces, they are this very nice person, even if inside they could be, boiling with revenge, boiling with anger, boiling with frustration, or they could be having lots of negative feelings for others. So, friends, I had to change my location because there was some construction work happening on the other side. So, basically, yes, the face is the index of your subconscious mind or your mind. So what I was saying is that a lot of people, how they live their life is that they have some other feeling inside of them, but on the faces they show something else, and it's not even being done for the good of other people. Most of the times it's done out of pure selfishness. For example, I'll just explain it to you. When a lot of you people, when you were children and you knew that your adult caregivers were not nice to you, you knew that whatever systems you were in, be it the social system, be it the education system, be it the family system, be it the societal system that you were in, they really didn't care about you. They didn't really care about your pain or your growth or anything. Many a times you did hide your pain. Many a times you did hide the fact from them that you were being abused, or you were being bullied, or you were not being treated nicely or the way you should have been treated. But you did not tell them, not because you were hiding on purpose, but because you didn't want to hurt them. Many of times it has been noticed that a lot of children who eventually get into spiritual ascension were those children who, even as kids, who even in childhood were more conscious and more caring for other people. They would keep their pain behind, they would hide their pain, and they would want others to be happy. So a lot of them don't approach adults, or a lot of them don't even complain, because they feel that as it is, the people around me are upset, or they're sad, or they're going through some situation. If I tell them something right now about me, it's going to make it worse for them. So when they hide, it's for others, even if they have to. However, I'll tell you one more thing. Many a times it's evident that these children are getting abused. Many a times it's also evident that they are in very negative environments, very selfish environments. So they may not even be hiding it. It may be just open in front of the world. It could literally be a responsibility on the adults, that they did not bother about them. They didn't care about them. They knew that the children are in toxic, unhealthy environment. They knew that they are not being taken care of properly. They knew each and everything, but they didn't care because they were too busy solving their own problems, or they were too busy living their own life, or too busy going through their routine, everyday daily routine. So from that perspective also, you can say that there was pain, it was evident, but they didn't make a moolah about it. Like I've seen so many children, when they want something in a childlike manner, and I'm appreciating it, they would roll on the floor, they'll cry on the floor, they'll do so much, that I want this candy, or I want that toy. They do that. That's being a child, okay? But imagine the same child who's capable of doing that does not even ask for basics, like say a school uniform, or maybe books, or maybe toys, or maybe telling the parents that they are getting abused by another individual. They don't do all of that because they don't want to hurt anyone. Now this also makes them a great human being eventually, but of course they have to go through a lot to figure that out. They may talk about themselves just for the sake of discussion. They may talk about their own pain or their own experiences. Once they grow out of it, they can tell other people that, look, I also went through this, or I also went through that. But it's not to get any validation or to get any sort of oh yeah, you're such an amazing person. All these qualities and so much more. So the face is the index of the mind. Since a person's sentiments, moods and emotions produce strong impressions on the body language, especially the facial expressions, there are unmistakable ways in which we can decode the subtle thoughts doing rounds in that person's minds. As a face reader also, when I was learning face reading or reading people's energy, I always look at their faces first. I look at the forehead, I look at the eyes, I look at the nose structure, I look at the lip, the chin formation, a lot of those things when I'm talking to them, plus reading their energy. And many a times the wrinkles on people's faces, or the way they appear. At times I've also asked people to share with me the photograph of their youth so that I can compare what all has happened. So the whole body sometimes can grow old, but only this face is going to like shine like a beam of light. Even if the person has like crossed a certain number of age, which technically is considered old. I mean, I know a person like that, and I just met her this Sunday only. She's my vice principal, and she's in her 70s now, but her face still looks like the same. Like how I remember her when I was a kid, and versus how I see her now. But she has a lot of issues that other people at her age could have, and she keeps telling me I have this problem, or I'm getting diagnosed for this or that. But every time I look at her, in fact, this time when I saw her, I was telling her, you're looking even younger, and she was laughing it off. So, my dear friends, this is literally a channeled message for all those people who are experiencing this. I mean, this is also to make you feel good in a way, because you don't really care about anything which is not straightforward. People like you all, whosoever resonates with this, you cannot sugarcoat. And you cannot do any drama. You cannot fake your emotions. You cannot lie even to others unless your actions are going to help someone. You feel that it will directly help someone, you'll do it. You might do those things, but to hurt another being, or to even, like make any money out of it, anything that will benefit you materialistically, you will not do it. But yes, you all are a sucker for spiritual stuff. You all just love paranormal and the supernatural and the metaphysical domain. You all love it. And this is the reason why it started showing on your face, started showing on your, even health and fitness wise, I would say, I have felt it, that a lot of people are more independent than others. However, there's something called karma, there's something called lessons. Sometimes we go through the dark night also because we have to go through a certain disease, we have to go through a certain problem, we have to like learn from our mistakes or from our diseases, from the dark nights, and once we learn, then we are back in our zone. Another really good example of this is to know that people who talk badly behind other people's back but on their faces they're very nice and very sweet. I've not seen twin flames or star seeds do that. I mean, other people can talk about them behind their backs. Other people say a lot of things about them which they don't even care about, but they never do it. Whatever they do, it's on the face. If they don't like someone, they'll tell that person that I don't like this about you. Or if they love something about someone, they'll tell that person too. If they are not comfortable with someone, you can see it in their faces. Like they cannot even hide it. They cannot even hide it. If they are uncomfortable, if they are unhappy, so they do become like children. The more they ascend, okay. So they don't do all these things like backbiting or backstabbing, or saying fake things, giving fake compliments. If they see someone and they this is funny also, if they see someone and somebody is looking bad, they literally tell that person, hey, you're looking so bad today, what's wrong with you, are you okay, you're looking like unwell, what's wrong with you. They'll say it, but their intention is not to hurt. But I've seen some people, they say it purposely. Even if they meet a beautiful person, a gorgeous person dressed up very well, they'll say, hey, have you put on some weight, or your makeup, where did you get it done? So they don't play these type of games if it is the real thing according to them. I know one of my aunties also is like very, very, very open, and in between I had put on weight for the first time in my life, and everybody was telling me, you're looking so nice, you're looking so amazing, you're looking so great, blah blah blah. Nobody would tell me on my face, that I may be looking little fat, but nobody was saying that, and I don't know why. Maybe they wanted me to be in that shape because not so many had even seen me like that. But the moment I met my auntie, she literally said it on my face, point blank. She was like, why are you eating so much these days? You've turned into a buffalo. And I was like, what? I really loved it. And it was her truthful, sincere comment that made me, want to do something about it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to find a way now, start running or doing anything of that nature, start working out, eat less, make a better schedule. Because I think it was the second lockdown when I had put on a lot of weight, which is okay. You put on weight, you lose weight. You color your hair, you don't color your hair. You wear certain clothes, you don't wear certain clothes. All of you, this is for all of you, okay? You always look amazing and you always shine like a diamond, like a star in the sky. You're like the full moon night. You give those vibes. You are the light. Okay, that's all I want to say. I want to give my love to you all for doing wonderful inner work, because you guys don't know it. I know it because I speak to a lot of people, during personal sessions, and I sometimes actually get inspired by them, because when I would do reading for someone who's in their 50s and they look like they're in their 25, I'm like, wow, you're giving people like us also inspiration. So thank you for taking the reading, actually, because I can see that there are people like you who exist, So I've spoken to people who are in their 50s, 60s, even 70s, but they have such beautiful skin and such beautiful energy. You can just be yourself. And I've had shared so many jokes with them, even about the twin flame journey. Some of them take therapy sessions with me. It's literally like we're all having a good time, and that's why sometimes I have to tell them, okay, it's too long now. We got to stop talking, because everybody is enjoying. I'm also enjoying their company a lot, because they carry that energy. At any age, they carry the childlike energy. And I think that's the best part about them. This type of bold and in-the-face honesty also creates an effect inside of you that you don't carry any baggage. And people who don't carry any baggage, they travel very light. They are literally like children. I remember meeting somebody once, and this lady had a lot of wrinkles on her forehead. And again, I'm not judging people who have wrinkles. It's a natural part of growing up, having fine lines and wrinkles with time, with age. But for some people, this natural process does not apply at all, because they don't make those type of faces, I guess. So I was talking to this lady, and I saw that she has a lot of wrinkles on her forehead. And she had hidden them with fringes and with some haircut. But when I asked her to move away the fringes, because I was actually literally reading her face, I wanted to read her energy in face without even letting her know, to be honest, which I'm telling you right now. So I asked her to remove the fringes, and when she removed the fringes, I noticed that every time she talked, she was doing this a lot, like this, which means that she was constantly thinking what to say with a sort of a judgment. So because she kept doing this a lot, the impressions, that continuous movement of her eyes, because of her hair, obviously people could not see what's happening on this part. Okay, this was hidden, but only this could be seen, only this could be revealed. So when you do too much of this while talking to people, it means that you're also having some kind of sarcasm inside your head. You're being extremely sarcastic, so there are different types of wrinkles also. We can read people by even looking at their wrinkles. If you have 3 lines on the forehead, it means something else. If you have wrinkles here, it means something else. If you have lines on some other part, like here, some people have stress lines, which means if you have wrinkles in these areas, that's because of stress you have taken in your life, overall life. So certain wrinkles are a natural process of growing up, but certain wrinkles are not. And then some people develop some kind of crookedness in their face with time. Like, you can just look at their face and I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. When this channeling came to me, it came in the most interesting ways, because at first I did not really even think that this could be a channeling, I'll be honest. So I was also given Donatella Versace's photo. I was shown 2 of her photographs, actually. One is the hideous ghostly creature that she has become, and the first one was her picture from her 40s. At 40 or 44 or something, she looked very beautiful. She looked like this gorgeous woman, and the only wrinkles I could noticeably see on her face were the ones over here, the 11 lines or the stress lines. That's it. That's pretty normal. That can be with anyone. In fact, when we look too much into the phone these days, even children, I've noticed children also have it these days because they're constantly looking at the phone, the pressure that it creates. So what happened suddenly to her is I think the result of the things that she's done all her life, because after 40s is when you can actually see this even more. But from being such a beautiful woman, suddenly why this person became like this scary person eventually? Why? I mean, no offense to anyone, no judgments, but this is also a result of plastic surgery. This is also a result of a lot of other things, that they do. And again, I'm going to bring the example of Kardashians. Somebody is so funny. They had written a comment the other day. On one of the channelings, I mentioned the Kardashians, and this person wrote, "Oh no, not again the Kardashians." So here too, I'm going to tell you guys that the Kardashians, in reality, they don't look that beautiful. And you have to understand that they've actually not crossed that age, where you have to do so much. So all the stuff that they're doing to themselves, the Botox, the fillers, the plastic surgery, the hair transplants, everything that they're doing is actually to look good even at the age when they would have naturally looked good. Kylie Jenner at the age of 22 or 20, whatever, 25, I don't know how old is she right now, but whatever her age is, she used to look like a grown ass woman even when she was just 17 or 18, and that's how the baby came in the picture. But how did she look like that, and why does she look so bad nowadays? She doesn't look pretty anymore. She doesn't look that gorgeous or that nice, because everybody knows that it's all plastic surgery. So just imagine if she had to do so much at the age of 24 or say 18, 19, whenever she started doing it, what's going to happen to her when she actually turns 30 or 40 or 50 for that matter? What's going to happen to her? What is she going to do? What would be left to do by that time? And look at Kim. Courtney is the only one who looks the most natural, and you can say she looks like the most prettiest sister. Not looks like, she is the prettiest sister because she is the one who's not done much procedures. Maybe she did a few things, but she's not done much procedures, and she doesn't even hide, how her skin or her face or her beauty is changing. But she looks good. So what I want to tell all of you guys, it's really not even how you age. You can age, you can go to even 80, 90 years old, but you would still look like a beautiful person, an extremely attractive person, a gorgeous person. In the Western world, we don't know this word, but in Hindi, there's a word called ajar. Ajar means those type of people who never grow old. Lord Sri Ram was also ajar, and they say that if you chant a lot of Ram Naam, I don't want all of you to tomorrow start chanting Ram Naam just because you want to become ajar, but because Lord Sri Ram is a type of person that if you surrender to Lord Sri Ram, then he eventually makes you like him. You become an epitome of whatever he is. He is just brilliant. He's just a brilliant character, and he lived for 1400 years. He ruled for 1400 years, and he never grew a day old. He always looked like a young man. That was one of his qualities. So why that quality? I was questioning about it today morning only before this channeling, because he was so pure and so giving and so loving, and he could never hide anything. When Sita was kidnapped, and when even she went in exile, he used to cry like a baby. He used to miss her and used to cry so much. When his mother had to tell him one day that, look, you gave up on so much for your people, for the people you rule, you're the king of these people, and you gave up on your personal joys and happiness for these people. But you are so sad, you're so upset, you're so much in pain. What's the point? If you are in so much pain, what's the point? So he said, okay, mother, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to, do something about it. But he showed it to everyone that he was missing Sita. He never hid that, especially from his close people. Yeah, when he was dealing with the public, when he was in the courtroom, he never, even for a second, he would show. But when he was in his personal circle, very close personal circle, then he would just be himself, because at that time he was not doing his duty. So imagine a person, when he's doing his duty, He forgets everything. He forgets his pain. He was literally one of those people, he and his wife both, who were 24/7 thinking about their mission work. Always into mission work. Always into mission work. Always into mission work. So only when he would have a personal time, when he would go to sleep, or he would talk to his mother, or he would be like doing his own things in the evening or in the night time. They say that even in the night time, he would change his get-up and he would, dress up like a common person or maybe a businessman or somebody who could blend in with the crowd. And he would just look around if there are any problems or thieves or scoundrels or some bad people. He would do those things also just to keep his people's safety at number one. Like people say that during Ram Rajya, there was nobody was bad at that time. No thieves, no scumbags, no beggars, nothing. That's because he used to work day and night. So whenever he would get personal time, he would miss Sita and he would cry so much, and his mother had to eventually tell him, stop it. Just stop it, So, this whole channeling is literally, it's a dedication for all those people who have been doing inner work and who have spent so many years just living their lives for other people. Even when sometimes we say that they have been people pleasers, that's because they were programmed to be people pleasers. Today, it's my duty to tell all of you people to be straightforward and to be honest and to be who you are without any inhibitions. Yes, if you have the fear of nobody is gonna like me, I think most of you would have literally crossed that zone or that space after you surrender. Till the time you don't surrender, you do feel lonely and you have some fears about what's gonna happen to me. I will not have any friends, or will I not have anyone to love me, etc., etc. But once you enter surrender and when you start figuring things out, you don't have any such fear. In fact, you start loving your life the way it is. So yes, beauty, youth, good looks, attractiveness, these are all physical and very materialistic attributes, literally, or you will have a glowing, shining face. But this is all coming from inside, okay? The connection, the connection of the face is with your subconscious mind, okay? So you don't really have to do much. You just have to be yourself and it will continue. And with time, anyone who resonates with it, with time you will notice that you'll start looking younger and younger, more and more youthful, more and more cute and adorable and all of that, okay? So this is where I close this wonderful channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. For your personal situations, you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. Kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because I use spiritual tools and modalities and also intuitive reading. I have to not know anything about you because I have to read into your energy. And in some cases, it so happens that the impact of their energy also comes to me for a bit. For 2-3 days also it might stay. So it's not easy work to do. But at the same time, as I said, it's a lot of fun, and I'm very grateful to Masters and very grateful to Source that we're all on the path of ascension. This is the best place to be in. And all of you twin flamers, star seeds out there, you guys are so lucky. Be proud of yourself. Be proud that you're a twin flame, because twin flames appear on the planet only twice. In such a big cycle of yuga, such a big cycle of time, only 2 times they appear. One before the beginning of the Kali Yuga, the dark ages, and second time when the Kali Yuga is ending. And if you have been taking so much pain, and if you have become a winner and you continue doing your inner work and you've felt the progress in your soul, in your body, in your energy level, then you don't need to even worry about taking it as a superiority complex. But still, I will keep reminding you from time to time that this is not something to feel superior, but this is something that you need to embody, and you need to accept that you are a twin flame. It's a really the biggest gift that you can get, or you can say that it's the biggest contribution that you are going to do. There's a reason why you're here. It's not without reason. These people who don't age that easily, or they don't age like other people, That's also because that they're very open hearted, they're very open, and they like to give love to people, they like to take care of people, they like to do things for people, not because they want to have some image thing going on or they want to benefit in some way. They just like it. Eventually, that's the reason why a lot of them start contributing to those type of people or for those type of beings who are more innocent than others, because they want to take care of innocent people and innocent beings. Whenever they see any kind of shrewdness and any kind of over smartness or any type of gameplay manipulation, they will just step out. And with time, they quietly step out. With time, they learn to just step away. The other people can keep wondering that why, what happened and all of that, because they cannot do any pretense, they cannot do any drama, they cannot do any acting. And a lot of these people don't like actors in general. They're never very fond of actors, or they're not like crazy for the celebrities or actors, because they don't genuinely like people who do so much acting all the time. They like people who are more honest and sincere. And even if they like certain type of celebrities or they like certain type of people, they would like them because of their rawness, that purity they carry, and they like them for the original work they do. They are a sucker for original people, real people, and they also have it in them. That's why, right? These people have a very boss-like energy. They don't get bogged down by anyone, and they have a very rare energy. Even when they are in dark night of the soul, why do they succeed? Why do they come out of the dark night of the soul eventually? Is because of the rare energy, the rare quality they possess about, just going ahead and doing things, not stopping. They don't stop. So they are literally there to bless other people. They're literally there to help other people, even if they don't want to, because some of the times I've noticed the twin flames are not very keen on even interacting with human beings. They go like, no, I don't want to deal with these people. So then also they are going to contribute by just being themselves, by just being so authentic and so real and so pure. If they don't want to deal with the humans, they'll be like, I don't want to do it. They'll not pretend that, no, I want to deal with you guys, but I'm, not well, I'm having a headache and stomach problem or whatever. No, they'll straight away say, no, I don't want to deal with this because I don't like this. They have the boss energy, and for them there is only one big boss, and that is source. Nobody is their big boss, only master, source. That's their big bosses, and they only listen to them, and they connect with them through their intuition, their consciousness. That's how they do things. That's how they make things happen. So you can imagine how important your role is, and I already know that you guys are very humble. You don't take it as something superior. Why? Because you've gone through a lot of pain. So I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.